So welcome to your practice. As promised, we're going to go through the different stages of the various elements of mindfulness and mental fitness practices. And I've put them all together in this image behind me. And I've been taking you through that. So now we're actually going to practice what that feels like and what that looks like. So joining me, choosing that comfortable seat, making sure that your back is nice and straight. I'm just sitting in a chair and my hands are resting on my knees or my lap, you can choose, and feet firmly on the ground so you feel grounded. And we're going to start with the first element in this image. And as you can see, the wind is blowing in the sky, and this symbolizes breath. Okay, so we're going to take in a lovely, beautiful, deep inhalation, breathing in through the nose. And just fill those lungs with air and then gently exhaling it out the nostrils. Imagine a beautiful, gentle breeze in the blue sky. Breathing in again through the nose. Filling those lungs and exhaling it out slowly with control out the nose. Just remember that gentle breeze in the blue sky. And last big breath, breathing in through the nose. Filling those lungs and then opening the mouth and gently sighing that breath out. So now breathing normally, and if you can, through your nose, and just all the while imagining a soft, gentle breeze blowing in the blue sky. Imagining like this blue sky as your consciousness, your mind. And we take a moment to connect with the sun in the sky as we breathe. We take a moment to feel gratitude that we logged on, that we're following this program, gratitude for ourselves, for taking the time to look after ourselves, and maybe a few more things about yourself that you are grateful for, and perhaps some good things in your life that are going on well that you can also feel gratitude about. Gratitude helps us to release what's going wrong in our life and really change the focus. As George Lucas says, your focus determines your reality. Don't forget yourself. And then being aware of our emotional weather. What clouds are in the sky today? And these clouds could be whatever emotions you may be feeling, whether positive or not so positive. Sometimes our clouds are stormy and dark, and sometimes they're just little white, fluffy, beautiful clouds. What does your sky look like today? And shining the gratitude again on the clouds, saying, it's okay, I'm grateful that I can feel emotions, whatever it may be. And I'm also grateful that I can practice and I can become resilient. And I know that whatever clouds are around are not really who I am. They are temporary and they come and go. Now being aware of your body like a big, beautiful tree, feeling yourself grounded, like roots growing out from under your feet into the earth. Feeling the contact points with your seat. Being aware of how your body is feeling. So we've scanned our emotions And now we scan our body. Sometimes our emotions are stored in our bodies. And in the tree there's a beautiful red heart carved into the bark. And that reminds me to be kind to myself, to love myself. If you like, you can place your hand on your heart and say to yourself, I am enough. And I am worthy. I am worthy. So often we forget ourselves and to feel good about ourselves, our talents, our skills, and what we do for others, how we benefit others. Reflect on that for a moment. Next, there is a fence in front of the tree, a white picket fence. And this represents your boundaries. It's part of the self-compassion. Do you burn yourself out for everybody else? Or can you say, no, sorry, can I postpone? And find and make space for yourself to not take on too much, because that will hurt you. It will hurt your mental health, make you sad and bring you down. And if we're happy, we're productive, we're energized. And that's why boundaries are so important. And next to the fence is a little dog, puppy. And it reminds us that if our mind is wandering now to something else, like a naughty little dog wandering around, well, we train our minds. We say, come back to this moment, this image of this beautiful garden. And we keep our dog, our wandering mind, our subjective mind close. And if it wanders off again, we can be kind and say, I love you, my doggy. Come back. And in the tree is a cat. And the cat reminds us to be curious, to consider other people's points of view, even our own, to think, are my thoughts really who I am? Are these clouds really me? Who am I? And the beautiful flower in the garden next to the white picket fence represents our values. And each petal on that flower represents a different value that we hold dear. Do we know what our values are? What value, just one that you would like to identify today? And why is this value important to you? And if we're practicing all these elements, we start to bear fruit. The tree bears fruit in the shape of little hearts. And others may come and benefit from our work that we're doing on ourselves daily. And they can feel nourished and well fed with who we are. We are a source of loving kindness and health and genuine, authentic compassion. But only if we are practicing the previous elements. And then finally, the eagle takes off and flies in our blue sky, and it looks at all these different elements. And the eagle represents vision. It's able to see far. It has clarity. It isn't just surviving, it is thriving. But only if all these elements come together can the eagle take off. And blinking your eyes open. Yeah, so here's that image once again. If you can see clearly now. It's just a really great way for us to remember all these various practices Thank you for practicing with me today. Okay, great. So we've explored the practice tree, and I'm so happy with taking you on that journey. Homework really is to dive into that tree. Until the next session, just keep running those different elements through your mind, all those different elements of mindfulness practice to build up to that eagle in the sky, that vision. And there's a lot that can be done around it in terms of journaling, including in your practice. Get your journal out. I've got my journal here. I never go anywhere without it. Write down things that we can be grateful for, gratitude for the sun, like the sun, things that you are grateful for about yourself, not forgetting yourself. And then we can also include our values. Every day you can write on the next page, next to gratitude, what are my values? So perhaps on that particular day, choosing one value and then saying, how can I honor this value today? And then really practicing. Then the next day, again, journaling gratitude and the next value, and so on and so on. And then just keep repeating, keep recycling it. So yeah, quite simply, that's your homework. Go over the different elements of the tree and the landscape, and obviously journaling your values and gratitude. Enjoy, and we'll see you at the next session.